Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Remember that the stock market is a manic depressive. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. Should you find yourself in a chronically leaking boat, energy devoted to changing vessels is likely to be more productive than energy. Beware the investment activity that produces applause. The great moves are usually greeted by yawns. Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of the mediocre. The three most important words in investing are margin of safety. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price, than a fair company at a wonderful price. If a business does well, the stock eventually follows. Only buy something that you'd be perfectly happy to hold if the market shut down for 10 years. All there is to investing is picking good stocks at good times and staying with them as long as they remain good companies. I never attempt to make money on the stock market. I buy on the assumption that they could close the market the next day and not reopen it for 5 years. Successful investing takes time, discipline, and patience. No matter how great the talent or effort, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. Calling someone who trades actively in the market an investor is like calling someone who repeatedly engages in one-night stands a romantic. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Do not take yearly results too seriously. Instead, focus on 4 or 5 year averages. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. You've got to keep control of your time, and you can unless you say no. You can't let people set your agenda in life. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. It is not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of the mediocre. The business schools reward difficult complex behavior more than simple behavior, but simple behavior is more effective. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. The stock market is a no-called strike game. You don't have to swing at everything, you can wait for your pitch. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. We always live in an uncertain world. What is certain is that the United States will go forward over time. Widespread fear is your friend as an investor because it serves up bargain purchases. Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down. The best thing that happens to us is when a great company gets into temporary trouble, we want to buy them when they're on the operating table. Speculation is most dangerous when it looks easiest. Keep things simple and don't swing for the fences. When promised quick profits, respond with a quick no. The investor of today does not profit from yesterday's growth. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy and to be greedy only when others are fearful. Money is not everything. Make sure you earn a lot before speaking such nonsense. The best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours and you'll drift in that direction. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls-Royce to get advice from those who take the subway.